CBS News, this is The Early Show. Live from Fifth Avenue in New York City.
Also ahead this morning, more on the story we showed you part of last night on the Evening News with Katie Couric. These skiers are just remarkable. Young veterans from Iraq and Afghanistan who have lost a limb. You can't keep these folks down. They're learning to ski up in Colorado, and as part of their return to a more normal life. You'll meet them a little bit later on this morning.
Wow, can't wait to see that.
Up next, disabled vets full of life and chasing a new challenge. On the CBS Evening News with Katie Couric Wednesday, we showed you how some of the hundreds of American troops who have lost limbs in action have found new adventures skiing. Well, this morning we have much more on these brave vets finding new lives on the slopes and beyond. As part of his mountain training during his 17 years in the Marine Corps, William Spanky Gibson had been on cross-country skis a couple of times, but that was before the war in Iraq.
I was walking on the patrol, and then a sniper ended up just dropping me right in the middle of the street. Got me right in the kneecap and put me down.
Doctors had to remove his left leg, just above the knee.
It can always be worse. I mean, I've known that from the beginning. The first time I saw I didn't have a leg at the end of my stump, under my covers, I was just like, well, that's life. Let's start moving forward.
During those long months of recovery, perhaps the last place Spanky could see himself was on a ski slope. But he's in Breckenridge, Colorado, where he's battling the mountain with the help of his wife, Cheney.
Didn't walk for 2 months. I couldn't do a lot of certain things in that first month. I couldn't, she has done a lot for me. Yeah. And that only makes your relationship go forward, not backwards.
He could be paralyzed, he could be dead, and he's the same person. There's not a single thing that has changed in him. He is exactly the same. There's a little bit of a physical difference, but it doesn't slow him down any, so.
Not hardly.
What does it mean for you to be able to get your body back?
Oh, to be close as 100% as possible means the world to me. I've got two roads that I can take. I can loathe myself in self-pity and do nothing and not walk again or not do anything like this again, or I can be positive and I can do everything that I think I can, that's possible to do.
Gibson is one of 55 Iraq War veterans, amputees, who are pushing against the limits of their disabilities.
We don't concentrate on what they can't do, we concentrate on what they can do. And they're finding out that even though they are disabled, they can still achieve and accomplish great things.
They go from lying flat on their back with tubes coming out of them, pins in them, they're down. All of a sudden, they're at the top of the mountain, skiing down the mountain.
Whoa, stop.
It's more than just learning to ski.
The idea is to get me to where I can pretty much do this on my own and give a feel of control and confidence. So the more they do that, the better I get. The more they hang on to me with the tethers, it's like, okay, can you get the training wheels off me?
This is Army Specialist Natasha McKinnon's second day on her monoski and her first trip to a ski resort. When her Humvee hit an IED in Iraq, it cost her her leg.
As you realize, a lot of soldiers coming back with more serious injuries than mine. So I'm not saying mine is the least, but mine is important. But the soldiers out there hurt pretty bad, worse than I. Careful.
Natasha's defiance and perseverance helped get those training wheels off. And as we watched, she skied on her own for the first time in her life. To lose a limb in a war, it would be easy to be bitter, to be angry. Instead, we found joy on the mountainside.
Do you feel lucky to be alive?
Oh, of course. No, that's the most important thing we have, right? Is life. So I'm going to live it to the fullest and have the best time I can. So that's part of being out here.
With his disability, Spanky will no doubt face a lifetime of challenges. But with his outlook, I'm sure there's no mountain he can't conquer. So Spanky, you got to know about Spanky though, because the weekend before he came up to the ski, he participated in a triathlon.
You're kidding
And he's
me.
learning how to golf again. It's just,
oh my gosh.
The spirit of some of these folks is just really indomitable. And I think the thing that's really interesting that Disabled Sports USA and the Wounded Warrior Projects Hartford that brings all those folks up there, they bring their families up there too.
Oh, man.
They get them up there all for a week. They know some of them may never see again, but it's the whole notion of maybe this is going to help me learn what I can do next.
Fantastic, Harry. What a wonderful piece. Really puts everything in perspective,
Sure
too,
does,
doesn't
sure
it?
does.